Hello friends, welcome to TestNG Framework Training Session 17. This is Haradhan once again as usual. Today in this session I will discuss about optional parameter in TestNG. Thank you all for watching my videos. In case you are enjoying my videos and learning automation testing and Java, please like and share my videos. Do not forget to subscribe my channel and press the bell icon so that you will get notification as and when I will upload any new videos. Do not forget to provide your valuable comment for any input or suggestion. Stay tuned for my next videos. You already seen in my last videos that we can enter some parameter in the TestNG XML file with the help of name and value combination. Why we need to use the parameters, right? So some of the attribute, right, which can be used multiple times in multiple test cases. So obviously we have to write them every time, right? And in case suppose for a particular attribute it is getting changed, so we need to update each and every test case, right? So to avoid this thing we use parameters in the TestNG XML files with the help of name and value, right? Suppose whenever we want to test any particular web page, right, website, right, so there will be some URL, username and password which will be constant, okay, for all the test cases. So for those things which will be used multiple times and which will be constant in nature, we will use as a parameter, okay, and we will use the parameters, and in the test case we use the parameter annotations where we will pass the name of the parameter. So in case suppose username or URL is getting changed, right, so we can update the XML file instead of updating all the test cases one by one. So that will reduce the, right, test script updation effort, as well as obviously less error will be there, because every time if you want to update all the 100 200 500 test case, so there can be some human error, right? So avoid this thing, like we can use at the rate parameters in the TestNG XML files, and in the test case itself we can use at the rate parameters where we can pass the name of the parameters, and obviously we can use it multiple times in the multiple test case without changing, right? So we will only change in the one place, which is the TestNG XML file. So user can pass parameter value to the test method during runtime from the TestNG XML file by specifying at the rate parameter annotation to the test method by declaring parameter tag in the XML file using name and value attribute, where name attribute of the tag defines the name of the parameters and the value attribute defines the value of the parameter. TestNG also provide an option to provide optional parameter. This value will be used if the parameter value is not found in the defined file or commented. Okay, just like that. Suppose we have added the parameter value, right? But we have commented, right? So obviously that parameter value will not be taken from the TestNG XML file. So here there is a provision, we can use some optional parameter, right? So in the method name we can use at the rate optionals, and we can give the optional parameter value, right? And also whatever that parameters we want to use, we can use it, right? In case that particular parameter is already available in the TestNG XML file, so optional part will be, right, not taken into the consideration, right? It will not be considered, only the parameter value will be considered, okay? In case parameter value is not present or it is commented, then the optional parameter value will be considered, okay? Now, okay, I will show you how we can create, add parameters in the TestNG file, and how we can add the optional parameters. So here I have created a TestNG class optional parameter, right? So here you can see by default at the rate test annotation is coming, and obviously method name is by default it is taking as F. So I can change it to optional param. So that is the method name I want to give it, right? So if you open the TestNG XML file, right, you can see some parameter name in the last session I already used. I can use that particular syntax, parameter name equal to something and value equal to something, right? So suppose I am giving the name as parameter 1, and value is parameter 1 value. That is the value. Okay, so that's what I am giving. And here the test name is, so test case TestNG class name is optional parameter, and it is available in the package 2, right? So in the class name I have to mention that particular name, package name dot class name, so that it can be run from here, right? So that's what I am entering. Okay, here test name, I can should name I am giving as test parameters, and test name I am giving at optional parameters. Okay, so that particular class will be run package 2 dot optional parameter, so that is the class, right? It will be run. Okay, now if you give something, if I am without entering anything, if you want to print something, test, so whatever parameter value you have entered, there is no impact, because you are not using any parameter syntax here, right? If you run it, it will only, or if you run it from here TestNG XML files, need to select it, need to right click, and need to run it as TestNG suite. So only test will be displayed, because here we have defined the parameters in the TestNG XML files, but we are not using here, right? So obviously the test whatever is displayed, it will be displayed here, right? Now you already know, if we want to use the parameters, so what is the syntax? That is the syntax you need to use before test or after test annotation. It does not matter whether you are using before test or after test. As the right parameters, and you need to import that parameters from org.testng.annotation, because it's the annotation available in the TestNG, and you need to use that parameters value name, not the value, right? Okay, and here as the value is string, right, that is the alphanumeric, so we need to pass the parameters options method in the parameter string type. Okay, so that's I mean variable I can declare, so I want to retrieve that one, so I need to remove that double quote, because that variable I already declared, right? So that variable will be printing out. Okay, now here I have defined the parameter which name is parameter 1 and value is parameter 1 value. Okay, now I want to use that parameters, and I want to print that parameter, right? So here one is the variable created, which is the string type, so it will display the parameter 1 value, which is like parameter 1 value output will be. So now if you select that particular testng.xml file, and if you right click and run as testng suite, so only one test case will be run, right? And value is coming parameter 1 value, which is taking from here, right? You can see the value which is taking. Okay, now what happened if you define the parameters, right? So let's remove that parameters, cut quest, so parameter is not available here. So what will happen if you run it? You can see some failure is coming, right? What is that? Method optional parameter but not has marked optional, right? So in case you are defining here the parameters and the parameter is not available in the TestNG XML file, so your test case will fail. So to prevent that, you have to use optional parameter, right? So in case you are using optional parameter, so what happened in case even the parameter is not found, so your test case will not fail, right? It will print you the, it will give you the optional parameters. So how you can use it? So here you need to use some @test annotation. So okay, optionals and the value of the optional parameter, right? So I can mention here optional parameter value, so that will be displayed in case my parameter 1 is not found in the TestNG XML files. If it is found, obviously it will be the high prioritized, so it will print the value and this will be override, it will not be in pictures. So here some error message is coming, you need to import the optional, right, annotations from the org.testng.annotation. This is also an annotation, just like the parameters test. It is an annotation in the TestNG, right? Now what happens? I already defined a parameters one, right, which is still available here, right? And also I have used the optional parameter, right? So here, as the parameters value and name is available in the TestNG XML file, so it will prioritize that particular parameters value, though I have entered the optional parameters, right? So if you run the program, so it will still print you the optional parameter value whatever is already defined in the TestNG.xml file. You can see parameter 1 value is coming, not that particular part, right? Because it is already defined here and parameter is visible, right? And let's remove the parameters. Now let's see whether my test case is failing or not, right? The parameter is not visible here anymore, okay? But here I already defined the optional parameters. So in case that parameter is not there in the TestNG XML file, I have defined the optional parameter, so test case will not fail and it will display the optional parameter value whatever I have entered here. Okay. Now select the TestNG.xml files. Now run as TestNG should and let's see whether my test case is failing or pass and what is the output. So test case should pass and it should give that particular optional parameter value, right? Optional parameter value, you can see. Now let's paste. Okay. Let you commented that optional parameters. So optional parameter is there but it is commented, so similar way, right? That is the same importance. So in case it is commented also, so that means though it is available but it does not make any sense. So name I am changing to parameter 1, so it is commented. That is the syntax. Whenever you want to comment any particular tag, you have to use that word. Okay, so still it will be working fine and it will display the optional parameters value, right? And test case will not fail. So to prevent the failure, right, it is recommended to use the optional parameter so that in case your parameter is not visible, your test case will be not be failing or commented out, right? You can see optional parameter value is coming, right? Now if you remove that part, so what will happen? It will again fail, right? If you remove that part, let's see, because it is commented and it is not there, so same thing, it will be fail, right? Because I have used the parameters annotation and here no parameters, that particular parameter name is found, right? That is the reason it will fail. So if you run it, it will fail and that error message will be displayed, right? You can see failure, number 1 failure. Error message is that at the rate test on method option param but not have marked an optional or defined, right? So either you have to mark it optionals or you have to define the parameter. Now if you commented out that portions, so obviously it should be working fine, because parameter can be defined at the should level or test level. It does not make any difference, right? And whatever you have annotation you are using, it can be right above the test annotation or after the test annotation. Okay. So now if you run it, it will pass because my parameters 1 is available in the TestNG XML file. So test case will be passed, right? Optional parameter. So here value was there, optional parameter, right? So it is getting printed. So in case my parameter whatever I am defining, it is not available in the TestNG file or it is commented out, so we can use the optional parameter so that the test case will not failure in case that parameter is not visible in the XML file, TestNG XML file. So it will use that optional parameters value and it will pass the test case. That is the reason optional parameter also an important part of the TestNG, and where at the rate options annotations is available in the org.testng annotation, right? Similar log parameters annotation and test annotation. Okay, so that's all for today's session. Thank you.